Hey, what's going on, Alex? Give everyone a minute to get in here. Hey, what's up, everyone? Hello, Angela and Thomas. What's up, Daily Sports Talk and Ronnie and Trev, Abram, Colin. What's up, Glenn? Mr. Clyde, Aiden, what's going on? I do know Nick Sinicola. Hi, Sam. Hello, Dalton. 17th season is going. We're going. I'm exhausted. I could go to sleep right now, but hey, Trev. What's up, Joe? Hello, Ryan and Roy. You at a baseball game today? Me too. Hello, Lincoln. Hudgens. Hello, Ethan. Hey, Cooper. Well, Jonah, they're doing better than I thought they would. What's up, Jeff and Devin? Xavier. Well, Charlie Blackman's hitting everything, so. I'm still working on the 17 scrimmage. I actually couldn't go to it. I actually had to go to. We have so many teams playing right now. What's up, Chris? How to stand out at showcases? Well, you just got to play your game. So you'll stand out if you're good. That sounds really easy, but there's nothing like special you can do to stand out. Wing won 5-1. He also won without Travisano showing up because Travisano decided to sleep in. Yeah, it must have been because they traded Wade. Well, I think Judge is an MVP candidate. I'll be honest with you guys though. The first week of baseball, I watched tons of games, and now I haven't watched a single baseball game in about 10 days because I've been um, well, I've pretty much been at the field every minute of the day for the last at least 10 days. And I'm so tired that I could fall asleep right now. But I said, you know what? I haven't been on YouTube in like weeks, and I have to come on and say hello. So that's what we're doing. But I am tired. I'll go to sleep in a few minutes. Hello, Steven. How do you say that? Rai Rai or Riri? Hello, Hunter. Ah, sorry, Jason. Oh, that stinks. And Australia was canceled. Hold on one second, guys. Be back in 5 seconds. All right, I'm back. Juan is on here. He's in the chat. Miss the gaming vids? Well, I miss playing video games, but I have no time for video games right now. The last 2 days were incredible days. I got up, I left for the field at like, well, I probably left at 7. No, I left before 7. What am I talking about? Our game yesterday started at 8 a.m. Probably left for the fields at like 6:30, and I got home from the fields at like 7:30 at night, not in the morning. 6:30 in the morning I left, 7:30 at night got home both days, and then I had to go right to answering emails. Then I went to bed, and then I got up, did it again. Yeah, Wade. Juan was in Connecticut or someplace. Hey, we got some super chats on here. Hold on, everyone. Let's see what these super chats are. HBK Styles, if you could face one pitcher from any era, who would it be? Um, well, I'd love to face Pedro Martinez. He's my favorite pitcher of all time. I'd like to face Nolan Ryan. Yeah, that'd be fun. Um, I'd like to face Sandy Koufax. I'd like to face maybe like Walter Johnson from way back in the day. I did face Kershaw, so that is one pitcher I did face. But those would probably be the guys. Bob Feller? I mean, sure, why not? Evan Sather, I always say this, I can never say your last name. How do you stay healthy as a minor leaguer when your budget is limited and post-game meal selection fast food is often unhealthy? Well, I don't know if the health, like for me, um, I seem to stay pretty healthy when it came to like, well, let's say this, my health issues were not related to like bad food and a limited budget. Um, I mean, I stayed healthy in college all the time, and I ate crap. I ate McDonald's all the time, and I mean, I ate worse. I had no money in college. At least in the minor leagues, I had a signing bonus, but in college, I didn't have any money. I didn't have a job. We ate like the worst food we could. We ate like normal college kids. So, um, the biggest thing is probably just making sure you're drinking a lot of water. At least for me, drinking a lot of water, staying hydrated, getting like good sleep. Two things I do really well. I like drinking water and I like sleeping. I mean, I don't like sleeping, but I make sure I get my sleep. My injuries were mostly to my hand and wrist. I had a broken hand. I had 3 wrist surgeries. So those are like my major injuries. I had a knee issue one year, but that was not from like, that was just from diving. I landed on it the wrong way. I don't know what please promotion means. What does that mean? Here's a promotion right to the timeout chair. This hat right here? Oh, this isn't the same hat. I have like, I've had a bunch of these hats over the years, so. But this hat was just sitting in my office. I haven't worn this hat in like 3 weeks. Oh, nice wood and metal. Would I look at your swing? I try to look at guys' swings, but it's really hard. I get like hundreds of people sending me their swings, and I don't. I mean, I must have like 1,000 unread DMs right now. So, um, yeah. So most teams, like when I was with the Padres, they had a barber that would come in on certain days and cut hair. So you can get your hair cut at the stadium if you want. How can your 11-year-old see the ball better? See the ball as in like pick up. So I think like pitch recognition is a skill that can be trained, but you get better at it the more you do it. So playing in more games helps, but you can also do it in bullpen sessions, like stand in live bullpen sessions. You can, um, but don't just stand in and look at the pitch, but actually maybe like verbalize if you're going to swing. Those are like the two best ways to do it. You just got to see like guys throwing. Thoughts on Clevenger and Plesac on the Indians? Um, so I know that I haven't been following the. I like I said, I don't know if you're. Thank you, Landon, for the super chat. I have not been following the last like 10 days or so, so I don't even know what's going on in the major leagues right now. I know both guys are really good pitchers, but other than that, I can't really comment because I have not seen them pitch. I just know they're doing well, and I think they're on YouTube or something. Eric Kratz stories. So Eric and I played in the AAA All Star game together. I don't have any special stories for you other than he seemed like a nice guy. We talked on the bus to the stadium, and uh, he was nice. Bruh, you're in class right now? Oh, that's pretty cool, Steve. I don't remember the first autograph I ever gave. Nope. Trevor Bauer's YouTube. I haven't watched a lot of his videos, but I've seen a couple of them. They seem good. I do know about that, Glenn. Yes. So you can practice both. You can swing a heavier bat and then a lighter bat, and go back and forth. John Boy, I've seen John Boy videos. I'm not a regular watcher of anyone on YouTube. Probably just because I don't have a whole lot of time to go on YouTube right now. Oh really? Oh yeah, I did hear about them getting in trouble. That's right. Well, I heard like they got caught sneaking out of the hotel or something by the new whatever they call the guy that's supposed to catch people. But I haven't heard anything more than that. Springer? I'm not sure. I like Springer though. I don't know how he's doing this year though. I haven't followed enough. Do I think I'd make a better team owner than A-Rod and J-Lo? I don't know about that. I liked Heart of the Hide Rawlings gloves. I have been in a couple of brawls, never thrown any punches though. Do I remember that you donated 2 times? Sure, I do now. Is Laura joining? I don't know. She's upstairs still, putting my daughter to sleep. Do I think Mookie Betts is our day Derek Jeter? I think Mookie Betts is really good. I mean, Derek Jeter won a lot of World Series. He was like, I don't know. Derek Jeter seemed like everything that could go right for the guy went right. So the back elbow, is it right if it's angled? It's tough. I'm not sure exactly what you mean. Tips on batting and pitching? Yes. Our YouTube channel is full of them. Schools are open. Well, every town and city is different, I believe. Like, notice you, Jacob. Hello. Like our town is going full remote for the first 2 weeks, I think, and then they're reevaluating. Other towns are not doing that. Other bathrooms in the dugout? Just depends on which dugout you're in. Not all of them. Some of them. Not many of them. Usually the bathrooms where you go out of the dugout, and then they're usually right there. I live in Massachusetts. Hey, Josh Davis, thanks so much for the super chat. Is Video Game Matt a first ballot Hall of Famer? Of course he is. I actually don't even think he had to go on the ballot. I think they put him in before. They were just like, why waste our time putting this guy on the ballot? Save it for other people. We'll just put him in. The best way to avoid a brawl without getting yelled at, so you have to run out on the field. If you don't run out on the field, if there's a bench clearing brawl and you don't leave the bench, you will be that would not be good. Your teammates are not gonna let you hear the end of that. Doesn't mean you have to go out there and throw punches. Most guys that run out don't want to fight. They just run out because they gotta run out. And what do? They just grab on to people, pull them back off the pile, like those type of things. Well, I gotta go with Mike Yaz because he's a St. John's prep guy, like myself. I mean, I think when most hitters get ready to hit, they're going to be somewhere like this, with their elbows behind their hand, the knob faces the catcher's feet, somewhere in there. Now, everyone's a little different. You'll see some guys that are a little bit more like this. You might see some guys that tip the bat a lot more. So, but you should be somewhere in this position. You're a big Red Sox fan? Duxbury High School, 2004. We definitely played you in football. No, we never played Duxbury, unfortunately. I was gone in 2000. 2003 was my last year. You are lucky you didn't play us in 2003, though. Well, it would have been 2002 fall, actually. Because we would have had to lay a beating on you guys. My favorite video game? Um, I don't know. My son's actually playing this game right now. Hold on one second. My son got this game. Well, he got this thing. I don't know. I think all young kids know about. It's called like Roblox or something on his iPad. He's been playing it all day, and so I started playing some game with him today. It's pretty addicting. You run a restaurant, and you have to like basically run the restaurant, and he's getting me addicted to it. A hot dog's not a sandwich. No. T drill to fix bat drag. So there's no drill to fix bat drag. You have to go on our YouTube channel and type in how to fix bat drag, and you're on our YouTube channel. You'll get me talking about it. It's easier to just watch the video than listen to me on here. What's your opinion on Laureano's suspension? So I didn't catch the whole thing. I know that what happened? He got hit, and then he ran after the Astros, one of the Astros coaches, and so I don't know how long he got suspended for, but I mean, I do know you can't run after people and try to beat the hell out of them. I did play with Khalil Green for a very small period of time. I've never been suspended. No, I've never used steroids. What bat should you use? I'm not good with bats because I don't swing them. I mean, I think bats are all personal preference. So I could talk about wood bats because I use wood bats, but I haven't played. I mean, when I played Little League, I used the Black Magic. So unless there's a Black Magic out there still, I can give you some good recommendations on that. How to increase velocity? Well, there's a lot of different ways to increase velocity. Um, Never seeing you pitch or throw, it's hard to tell. I don't know if you could need to add strength. You could need to add, I guess, flexibility, or maybe the way your body moves, or maybe your arm action, or, there's a lot of things that it could be. Slays YouTube, thank you so much for your super chat. When it comes to recruiting, do coaches have to wait until September 1st or junior year to recruit a kid? Nope. Kids get recruited all the time. I've seen eighth graders get recruited. I mean, not very often, but if you're one of the best eighth graders in the country, you could get recruited. So you get recruited at any time. Schools can't talk to you at the Division I level until September 1st of your junior year, but that doesn't mean that, they can't call you. That doesn't mean they can't recruit you. We have a lot of guys get recruited before that date. There's a very strong arm required at shortstop. Kieran Rivera, you killed our guys. Which team did you play? We have a lot of teams. We have 11 different teams, so it depends who you played. But a strong arm, is it required in the big leagues? Strong is relative. I mean, it has to be strong enough. So you can't get away with having a horrible arm. I mean, there's been some guys that haven't had great arms, but let's say this: the worse your arm is, the better your feet better be, the better your angles better be. You just don't have a whole lot of leeway for making any type of mistakes. This is off the record. Has video game Matt used steroids, or was he using Barry Bonds Flex Seed Oil? Everything that Matt took was purchased from GNC, so I don't. I'm sure some of the things were on the banned substance list, but nobody's had the cojones yet to test Matt. When they tell him, when anyone says they want to give him a video game Matt a steroid test, he hasn't complied yet, and no one seems to really want to push it. So. Bags of cash in their lockers at the college game, at the baseball games. Probably not baseball games. Maybe football or basketball, but not happening in baseball. You have a tryout on Thursday? Um, I always give the same. There's really no advice. You're going to be prepared for trials, or you're not going to be. So nothing I tell you is going to be magic. You just have to worry about doing your job, whatever the drill asks. Don't worry about who's watching or how you're doing or any of that stuff. It's all just a distraction. So be the first in line. Be run around the field from station to station, and then just play as well as you can. Don't try to do anything more than you're capable of. Imitate Griffey Jr. and judge his batting stances. I don't really have a lot of room. This would be Griffey's upper body. He kind of just does his little shimmies, got his arms like that. So that would be Griffey. If I could stand up, I'd do it better. And then Judge, I'd have to watch Judge real quick. Judge is kind of like high elbow. I don't know where he puts his hands exactly. I'd have to look at it. Chad? Can't say I do. Don't know Chad. Favorite minor league story? Oh man, my whole channel is about minor league stories. I've never been ejected. Hi, I just typed in Aaron Judge's swing and clicked on it, not realizing that my video comes up. Actually, two of my videos come up. When you type in, this is crazy. When you type in Aaron Judge swing, 3 videos come up, the first thing on Google. 2 of them are my videos. So Judge is kind of just like, it's kind of like right here. This is slow motion. Yeah, nothing too crazy. Just kind of right there. That's kind of like what I look like. I don't look like him. He's huge, but I'm in Massachusetts. I don't have a favorite team. Do you have to lift as an already hard throwing pitcher? I mean, I don't know. Are you naturally very strong? My answer would be yes, you would probably throw harder. The best player of all time? I mean, I think Barry Bonds, I know he was on probably some illegal stuff, but I think during those few years, I think he was probably the most dangerous hitter of all time. Do I have a regular job? What do you mean by a regular job? My job is to run a baseball organization, so that would be my regular job. How do you actually get on a college coach's radar? Well, one, you have to be good, because no matter what you do, if you're not good enough, it won't matter. And then you've got to find a way in front of them, whether that's putting an email together of a highlight video or a showcase video, showcasing your skills and emailing it to them, or getting in front of them at their college camp, or maybe it's at a tournament. Hey, Rosanna, thank you so much for the super chat. Shout out from NorCal. We love you. My daughter has been crushing the ball after your analysis and drills. Definitely worth the money. Well, thank you, Rosanna. I'm glad that it helped. And good luck to her. Swing down or up. I think your barrel needs to try to get behind the ball. So I start here. So as I turn, technically my barrel is going to come down. Then it's going to turn up into the ball. How would you come back from a month injury? Well, it depends on what the injury is.
Are you doing a live?
I am doing a live.
Wow, you haven't done this in a long time.
I know.
I didn't see it on Instagram.
I didn't cheer for the Padres. Laura's trying to come in here and get a little YouTube time.
No, Kim said I didn't know who you were talking to. You didn't post it on Instagram.
Yeah, I did. It didn't go up. I put on there that I was live.
Let me see.
I've invested in tons of cards, but I just haven't had time to make the videos on them. But I have 1, 2,
They
3,
did go up on
4,
your
5,
Instagram.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I have 22 PSA 10 cards up there. And then I have some other cards as well.
He gets a Tops box every day.
I have been getting a lot of Tops boxes, yes.
And he pretends that he didn't just order them.
When to start the college recruiting process? Depends how good you are. The better you are, the earlier it's got to happen. But I would say that's fine. That's all right. I don't know why it didn't go up. How do you walk on a college baseball team? I would contact the coach, tell him that you're interested in walking on, ask when walk-on tryouts are. Most teams have them. Phil's pulls, I've seen like a video or two of him. They seem pretty good.
How long have we been doing this?
Not that long. 20 minutes.
You don't have very many people. You need to post it on social media. Oh, I gotta get rid of Young Hype. Sorry, Young Hype.
I just put someone in timeout. A college camp's worth of $200. It depends if you have a chance to play there. Now, a lot of people throw their money away because they just go to all these college camps and they have no chance of playing at that school. So that's a waste of $200. But if you have the ability to play at a school, then it's worth it because you get in front of the college coach. He gets to see you, gets to meet you, gets to work you out. I do not cheer for the Padres. I've never broken my bat over my knee now. My bus story? Maybe I'll tell that in a minute. You eliminate bad hops by moving your feet and picking out a good hop. Doesn't always mean you're going to eliminate every bad hop, but you'll eliminate a bunch more than you wouldn't if you had lazy feet and just kind of sat back and let the ball play you instead of you playing the ball. I think, well, yeah, I think free agency could be a little bit harder this year. Mookie Betts is so good that it didn't really matter, I guess. But I don't cheer for the Padres. No, I don't. I like turf personally. Have you told your catchers not to stand on the plate when the ball is in play? I am the one who noticed them. Will you be having more game videos? Yeah, well, we always tell the catchers not to stand on the plate, but the video I think that you had talked about was like that kind of weird little. It wasn't a weird little scrimmage, but it was kind of not really a scrimmage. And so I talked to them afterwards and said, I was watching the video and you guys were standing on the plate. Told me to get out in front of the plate. Who was better during their career, me or Billy Beane? Billy Beane. Harper's having a great season. I don't know if he's going to win MVP, but I use Louisville Slugger, C271, 34-inch, 31-ounce. Well, I haven't been a Red Sox fan in a long time, so when Mookie left, I didn't really care. I mean, my son was kind of unhappy because that was his favorite player, but shout out to Tony. Tony Guerrero? Lars never embarrassed me at a game. See you, Jacob. Max Scherzer is a future Hall of Famer, yes. Hey, Christy McCutcheon. I don't know why I said that twice. Thank you so much for the super chat. What's the benefit of controlling kicks, lessening kicks when pitching? Are you talking about your leg kick, like being able to control it and do different types of kicks? I never played with Jeff Francoeur, no. Played against him, I believe. Probably tribal baseball moms and dads. I like Rawlings gloves. Thanks, Super Bruce. DeGrom is filthy. So is Cole, but DeGrom is nasty. A minor leaguer that I thought was going to light up the league. I don't know. I've played against so many guys. Um, Trying to think of minor leaguers I was really impressed with. Nelson Cruz, I was really impressed with Nelson Cruz. I played against him a lot in the minors. We're almost the same age. He's a little older than me, I think. And now I was gonna look up his age, but my battery on my computer just went out. There we go. Nelson Cruz, how old is he? Wow, Nelson was in the minors a lot longer than me. He's 40. I'm only 35, so he's way older than me. So Nelson Cruz, I played against him a lot in the minor leagues, and he every time I've played him, he mashed home runs, and I always be like, why isn't this guy in the big leagues? And then he'd get called up, and he wouldn't do well, and he gets sent back down. Oh my god, what is with all this Trump stuff? Um, so then he'd go up, and he wouldn't do well, and he'd come back down, he'd crush, and he'd go back and forth. So I remember him a lot. Who else were guys that really impressed me in the minor leagues? Trying to think year to year. Because every year, you get in the league for a while. When I was in high A, who impressed me in high was Pablo Sandoval. Pablo and I played against each other a lot. And every time I faced him, he really hit. David Freese impressed me a lot. Yeah, we were teammates. He was the first guy that impressed me a lot. Yeah. Then Pablo Sandoval the same year. In Double A, I wasn't in Double A long enough. Nelson Cruz is humongous. He's just like he's humongous. He doesn't look like a real human. Soft hands just means basically like when the ball comes into your glove, it's almost like your hands just never stop. They just flow from the middle here, boom, throw it. Some guys they catch the ball like that. Sorry if that was loud. And then they got rocks for hands. Look like their glove looks like a skillet. The team name that I coach is called Antonelli Baseball. You mean what age? I coach all of them. Emailing coaches, you can email colleges. I would say probably like your sophomore year of college would be a good time. Christy McCutcheon, thank you so much for the super chat again. Do you think MLB teams prefer high school or college players in the draft? Depends on the team. If you go to different teams, certain teams prefer college, certain teams prefer high school. So it really depends on the organization, so and their philosophy. I mean, typically with a high school player, you're getting, there's more unknown. You don't know how well he's going to do, but there could be a really high upside because you don't know how he's going to do. So, guy goes into college, you get a better idea. It's 3 years later, you see how he does against better competition. So, um, yeah. I don't have a favorite baseball team. How hard do 12-year-olds throw? Honestly, I mean, I could find it on here because we have it, but I don't really care that much, so I don't even know. I'd have to look it up. I can just watch a 12-year-old throw and be like, that kid's throwing hard. It's going to be hard for guys to hit, but can't say I know the velocity off the top of my head. Was I the best player when I was 12? I was one of the best players. I wasn't the best player, but one of the best. Should you also practice him at shortstop? I think if he has the ability to play shortstop. I mean, there's some kids that play second base that they're just so tiny and they can't make a throw from short. And, those guys, I'll mix them over at shortstop every now and then. But I do think it's good to practice different positions. Ugh. I don't know. Sandoval's old, man. Sandoval's got to be like, what, my age? He might be older than me. Pablo Sandoval. We played together. Let's see. He's almost my age. He's 34. He'll be 35. Oh no, he just turned 34. So he's a year younger than me. I don't think I've ever hit a home run off a foul ball. Is Antonelli baseball one of the best teams in the state? It depends what age. Like I would put our 17U team up against. I'd put us up against anyone in the state. Not saying we would win every game, but I think we'd have a shot to beat every team in the state. Excuse me. Players being drafted, should they stay in school? Well, I think every player's circumstance is different, but the way I looked at it is if I was drafted and was given a signing bonus that was going to basically change my life, then I'm going in the draft. But every player is different. There might be, I mean, that number, what is, how much signing bonus is going to change your life for certain players, one team. You're one, if your family is multi-billionaires and maybe you're like, you know what, I like college, I'm going to stay here for another year or whatever. Maybe you don't like the team you get drafted by. Other players, maybe they come from a family that has no money and, 300,000 is going to change their entire life. Then you got to decide, do I come out now or do I not? Depends what year you are, how much leverage you'd have if you went back and played, if you went back in the draft the following year. So, hi, Gary. Yeah, I saw that too, Young Hype. How fast is our best pitcher? Well, most of our best pitchers are going to throw in typically around the high 80s would be our best pitchers. The fastest pitch we've had this year, like Sam Beliveau just committed tonight, actually. He touched 90 this year. We had harder pitchers on last year's team, but we have more depth this year. So, like last year, we had Bobby Alcock who could get into the low 90s. We had Mauricio Rodriguez, or Mauricio, or however you want to say his first name. I call him Mo. He could get into the low 90s. We don't have as many guys throwing that hard this year, but we have just a greater amount of pitchers that are throwing, mid to high 80s. Sam tonight committed to UMass Amherst, University of Massachusetts. He had a good amount of offers. And he decided to stay local and play UMass. The scrimmage game, I was gonna do that today, and then I got sidetracked with so much other stuff that I haven't done it yet. But I will do it soon. I've watched a couple KBO games. Coldest game I ever played in. I'm sure the coldest game was a high school game, in Massachusetts. But I mean, I'm trying to think of the coldest game I ever played in. I played in a couple of college games. Coldest game was probably when I was coaching at Holy Cross. We had practice at a Holy Cross where it was negative. It was like, negative 10 degrees out and we were practicing. That was the worst. I've never used a hot bottle now. How do I think high school baseball go in Massachusetts? I don't know. I hope we have it in the spring. Jason Dominguez, because um, what do they call him? The Martian. They think he's going to be the next great player. People are comparing him to Mike Trout already. My favorite pitch to hit, right down the middle, belt high. St. John's always makes the Super 8, so I don't know. We'll see, but every year I've been coaching at St. John's, we've made the Super 8 every year. I think it's too early to know if they're having high school hockey. I'm not sure. We play on some turf fields. Yep. Mike Trout's probably my favorite player to watch. I like Mookie Betts a lot too. Is ice good for recovery? I think everyone reacts differently. Like I know some players that never ice, and some players that love ice, and so I'm not an expert. But what's up, Chase? Separation. It depends on what you think separation is. So my son is gonna be 6. My first purchase, if I made 365 million, I don't know. My first purchase when I got my signing bonus was a car. That's usually everyone's. We played some high school fields, yeah. Should you bench press as a pitcher? I mean, I know Driveline likes to bench press, and they train pitchers. Kerstad, I looked at his swing. I made a video on his swing. I've never seen him play. I just looked at his swing a couple times, so he looks like a big, strong lefty with some power, but I'd have to see him a lot more. No, you do not, your signing bonus is not tax free. You pay taxes on it. A video on scissoring like Altuve and Cabrera. Yeah, I can try to do that for you. I mean, I would say Charlie Blackmon's chance of hitting 400 are not great, even though he's killing the ball. But I mean, hell, he only has to do it for what, another not very much longer. So still gonna be hard. Mass Athletics 13U team. I've never seen the 13U team play, so I'm not sure. Why do players switch it? Well, because typically, if you're a righty, then it's hard to face a right-handed pitcher. If you're a lefty, it's hard to face a left-handed pitcher. So, if you can switch hit, then you can hit lefty against a righty and righty against a lefty, and you should have an advantage. No, my son's too young to play for us. Focus more in high school or summer ball? I wouldn't focus any more on either one. I mean, they're not at the same time, at least not where I'm from. So, I focus as hard as I can on high school ball, and then when that ends, I focus as hard as I can on summer ball. Blake DeWitt, I played against Blake DeWitt a lot. He's always a good player, left-handed swing. Played third base, maybe a little second base also when I played him. Yeah, my son probably will I'm sure he'll want to. I mean, I hope he doesn't say he wants to play for a different team. That would be bad. I always hit better. Well, when my swing was bad, if you look at my splits, when my swing was going bad, like bad seasons, I hit terrible against lefties. When my swing was going really well, I hit really well against lefties. A fan meetup? I'm not sure. I meet a lot of fans actually because I play. When we're in tournaments and stuff, a lot of people say hello. My son does play baseball. Yep. Hey, what's going on, Le Champion? Too much separation? It depends what you mean by separation. Can I have too much separation? I don't think so. But if you're thinking about separation like that is separation, I mean that wouldn't be very good. When did I know I was good enough to be a D1 pro player? D1 player, I knew I was good enough probably my junior year of high school. And then a pro player, I probably knew. Well, I got drafted out of high school, so I guess I knew probably my senior year of high school. Minor leaguers, I have no idea. I mean, it's such a crazy time. You just got to try to get the work and you can get in. But I don't know. It's a great question. I used gargoyles actually when I played. They were like flip downs. Favorite golfer? I don't watch golf. I mean, I used to like to watch Tiger Woods, but yeah, computer strikes when I do things inevitable. I like pants down, but I wore them up as a young kid. Okay, guys. All right, I'm gonna answer a couple more questions, and I'm gonna have to go to bed because I am exhausted. Worst thing I did in the major leagues, um, probably my throw against the Brewers. Yeah, my eyes are red. I have not slept very much in the last couple of weeks. Cards have a no-no going. Whoa. And getting a hit off Greg Maddux, that was the best one. What do you think of Kyle Lewis? I don't know enough about him. Do I miss my time in the MLB? Yeah, the MLB is the best. You play baseball, you get paid tons of money to do it with the best players in the world, in the best stadiums, stay in the best hotels, eat the best food. I do miss it. Nope, nobody pressured me to sign out of high school. The bus story might be too long. If you guys want to see the bus story, you can go on after I get off. Just type in Spider Man. Type in maybe like Man Antonelli Spider Man. We're located in Massachusetts, like in the Danvers, Mass area. Never bit a baseball in anger. Nope. Any tips for more natural swing? I would. We have tons of advice on our channel. It's just it would be a long time to talk about stuff. It'd take a long time. Increase your bat speed, swing mechanics, strength. Getting bigger and stronger. I have a couple of videos on that too. If you type in how to increase bat speed, my video should come up. Yeah, I would be experimenting all the time in the batting cage. About the Red Sox, well, I haven't watched them, like I said, in like a week or so, but they were doing pretty bad when I was first watching them. Never wore an arm sleeve. No problem, Zach. Mike Yastrzemski's crushing it this year. Not that I'm surprised because he crushed it last year, but he seemed to be really crushing it last time I checked. Why don't they bunt? My guess is one, they're not good at bunting. Or two, they might be a power guy that says, I don't want to bunt. I want to hit a home run or a double or a triple. Well, I think it's impossible for everyone to play 60 games. That's the tough part. So I played with Matt Latos. Yep. Matt Latos hit me in the head. Long story. I told it one time on here. I went to Wake Forest. I considered academics a lot. That's why I went to Wake Forest. I could have went to a lot of different schools. All the schools I was looking at were pretty high academic schools, just because I was trying to go to. I figured if I'm going to go to college, I might as well go to a good one. Thanks, Thomas. Best player I played against. I mean, I've played against pretty much all the best players that are in the league still. The older ones, like I've played against Mike Trout and hell, I played against freaking Ken Griffey Jr., I think. I did play against Griffey. What was Griffey's last year in the major leagues? Griffey's last year. Oh yeah, I played against Griffey. Wow, Griffey played all the way to 2010. That's crazy. I mean, Griffey wasn't good when I played him, but I played against Max Scherzer and Verlander and pretty much any guy in the big leagues now that's like 30 something that's really good. I played against him probably. How long does it take a college coach? It depends. Some college coaches respond immediately. Some never respond. I'd say most take a couple days, but small ball, yeah, I don't think small ball is ever coming back. I just think the value for most teams is in extra base hits. So I don't think you're ever going to see teams sacrifice bunting very much, like they, at least anywhere close like they did in the old days. Oh my. All right, everyone. Well, thanks for hanging out tonight. I'm going to go get some sleep. I got to wake up early tomorrow. I got a ton of work I got to do. It's just never ending work right now. So, um, but anyways, thanks for hanging out, everyone. I know it's a short one. Usually I do longer lives, but I have another couple weeks of baseball, and then baseball season's over. We moved the fall ball. Fall ball's will be a lot easier than this for me at least. I won't have to work 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. So, anyways, thanks everyone for hanging out and watching. I'll see you guys. I'll try to do another one soon. Thank you to everyone that sent over super chats as well. I appreciate it.